Peace and salute. What's good?
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Sail, chemtrail, apocalyptic hieroglyph. Try to riff, wind up stiff, find a spliff, smoke it. Light the fire, turn it high, burn the wire, work for hire. Your desire, dire stakes, get real good. Colonize, gentrify, do or die, simplify sympathy. All in all symphony, cold chillin', top billing, body count, cop killing, super villain rivalry, mighty arch nemesis. March from the genesis to the omega, hit the bodega, arm lega, shine like Vega, black hole, supernova, super lover, Casanova, golden era terror, golden child wildin', reservoir canine, clans from the highland, syndicate assassin, heartbeats bionic, ancient masonic, sons of mantronic. The culling is coming, grab your guns, stack cash funds, fathers teach your sons. When politicians talk, assume they're lying, living on your knees, much worse than dying. The culling is coming, grab your guns, stack cash funds, and teach your sons. When politicians talk, assume they're lying, living on your knees, much worse than dying. Smartphone, spy drone, microphone, Godstone, Home Alone, Al Capone, Skull and Bone, Terradome, satellite, socialite, neophyte, troglodyte, out of sight, parasite, chocolate white, Canaanite, satanic Vatican, tyrannic architect, organic archetype, volcanic dialect, titanic visual, ironic imagery, iconic ritual, bionic symmetry, sacred mathematical, live from the tesseract, surgically tactical, spine of a silverback, sign of the zodiac, megalomaniac, cardiac, heart attack, talking bread, walking dead, zombified, Columbine all the time, press rewind, raise the flag, black it out, flood the hood, crack it out, on the news, keep it quiet, sell the lie, make them buy it, make a trial, start a riot, find the threat, pacify it. Culling is coming, grab your guns, stack cash funds, fathers teach your sons. When politicians talk, assume they're lying, and living on your knees, much worse than dying. The culling is coming, grab your guns, stack cash funds, and teach your sons. When politicians talk, assume they're lying, and living on your knees, much worse than dying.
Turn this volume down. Man, Everlast is definitely evolved. I mean, he's always had dope rhymes, but his poetry definitely is has a message for sure. I just ate this worst bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich in my entire life. And when I was buying it, myself said, don't buy it. I was like, how much you want for this sandwich? It was at the bodega, and the dude was like $5. So I bought what I bought. I had $3 left, and I chewed him down. I said, "I'll give you $3." And he was like, "All right." And my inner self was like, "Well, you know, if it's a good sandwich, you're not gonna go down to $3. You're gonna say, I want my 5." Man, I get home, I open it up. I'm like, man, this has to be a day old. I took one bite, launched that shit in the garbage. It looked like a stomach flu waiting to happen. These fucking people, man, they'll sell you anything. I should have known that. You know, I like going there because they have the cheapest coffee, but when you got flies flying around your coffee, I mean, what the fuck? And they're not from this country. I watch videos, the country they're from. I'm not going to put them on blast that much, but it's nothing to them. Their habitat. I don't think they have food code over there. Because I watch videos of people who travel over there. And there's flies all around the food all the time. And it's not Africa. But anyway. Anyway, today's that fake guy's holiday. I've noticed that in America, they always celebrate days of murderers and days of war and days of death. There's always some celebration going on. Everywhere, from Jesus to World Wars to September to you name it. It's all about death. And people say, nah, Chuck. How about Thanksgiving? There's murder on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Yeah, there. And I wanted to say Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day massacre. It's everywhere. Most people don't see nothing wrong with it. They celebrate anyway. I should have used this picture for my I don't know if I can put it. It's pretty much open topic. I should have had more evidence. Like, I wanted to go in on Columbus because there was a conversation started in the store when I was in line. And I had told the lady, I said, Columbus never existed. And you start speaking about, I've noticed when you speak, like, even when it don't matter if so-called white or black people, if you start bringing up European slave ships, they get mad. Like, there's people are so programmed, man, to see things one-sided. And it's sad because it's older people, probably my age. Like, white people weren't slaves, or so-called white people, right? Everyone. If you work a job and you ain't owning that place, you're a slave. That's how I see it, at least. Where did I leave off? Hold on a second. My cat. I can hear my cat crying. He eats like a champ. I've never seen no animal eat. I think she has Alzheimer's because she'll eat and then she'll sit near my door and cry. Like she forgot she just ate. Unless she's just greedy. It's one of the two. And then if I sit there and I ignore her, I'm an asshole. As I start to think. And then if I give in to her, I'm an asshole. So which way I got to pick which way I'm going to lose, right? Which way do I want to lose? I was going to go live last night. But then I said, screw it. It's not like many people were waiting. What the fuck? Yo, nobody even hit that button. Shut that up. It's amazing. This thing does what it wants. The computer's alive. It's amazing to me, man. Oh, wait, there's only one side working for my headphones. Check this out. Real quick, let's play this song so I can fix the headphones. Come on. There we go.
Fire sale, chemtrail, apocalyptic hieroglyph. Try to riff, wind up stiff, find a spliff, smoke it. Light the fire, turn it high.
Alright. That's fixed, I guess. Oh, that's what I'm like. Why ain't these pictures here? Because I didn't. I'm still like trying to focus right here. Man, get these pictures. Pictures. Yeah, this is the one with giants I was looking for. So I could have sworn I showed this picture, but you know, today's the day. It's mess with me this damn thing. That's done. Bear with me, people. I apologize. start here, I guess. Yeah, I know this. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So I guess this picture, I don't really trying to understand this picture. I know I forgot this cup is called, man. I can't think. Like my mind started turning about. I had yesterday and today off, so my days I could sleep in. Forgot that dang cup's called. If anyone in the chat knows it, um, I thought the cup was our body, more or less. But they're showing the sun right here, constellations. But I don't think all these pyramids are Egypt. If I'm correct. Um, I think they're showing pyramids around the realm. But why would Orion's belt be outside of? Maybe they think they're depicting the goddess not just over a certain area. I thought it would be the whole realm, the firmament. Maybe she's not representing the. I don't know why Orion's belt is outside. And if she stood up, that wouldn't be. Oh yeah, well, that I was gonna say something, but that would be stupid. Orion's belt is Orion's belt, not the goddess Nut or Nut. Is that the Aurora Borealis coming out of this thing? Look at that. Interesting. Because I think too sometimes, some civilizations don't travel, so all they know is the world they're in, and they think like that movie I told people to watch. I still got to do a private screening of that movie. I think it's called Littlefoot. I forgot the name already, but yeah, those. What do they call it? The Bigfoots that live up in a mountain in that cartoon movie don't know nothing but their environment. They never left the mountain because they were told their whole life that all that exists is the mountain where they live, and it was above the clouds. So they would tell them that there's nothing below. And one day, one of the little Bigfoot children fell off the cliff and realized that they were being lied to. So for generations, they were being told these lies, sort of like us, how we're kept in this circle. For all these generations, people thought they were on a ball spinning through space and there's nothing else. So I showed that already, showed that already, showed that already, showed that already. Showed this, and this. Hold on. Oops, let's go back to that. could barely see it, but the 3 doors I talk about, they're saying 3 doors is the power of 3, the DNA changes. What the hell does that have to do with 3 doors? Someone explain that to me if anyone knows. Let me check the chat. My fault. Peace to Scott Severini and Joe King. What's good, brother? Yeah, I don't know what these 3 doors, man. They talk about DNA. I don't get that, but so I got to look more into this 13 constellation. Because there's stories of 10 to 36 days in each month, right? 360, there you go, your complete revolution. Because to me, 365 is off balance. And even the months are off, right? How does it go? I think April is the 1st. Would be 2 dues. I don't even know, right? I don't even know what 2, 3. I know October would be 8, September would be 7, if I'm not mistaken. A deck. What's a deck? Either way, a lot of the months are bullshit. Like January, February, March. Damn, I showed all these pictures. I thought this was interesting for the fact that you have the Iron Cross right here. Addendums. That's a new word. Addendums by the Photon Kings Templar. Hologram of a single photon. How believable is that? That's one single photon. You know, I'm the type of person, it's hard for me to really believe a lot of the stuff they say because I haven't seen it with my own eyes. Because anybody could take anything. They took long chairs and aluminum foil and made a spacecraft. I mean, there's no telling what these people do to deceive. I like this picture. That's exactly what we are. Peace, boy. Orphan Annie. Marcel, what's good? Boy says addendum. A restricted designated area. Okay. Thank you, boy. I didn't know that. I pretty much wanted, I don't know what I want to talk about. That's why I said open, but I'm probably going to go into debunking this Columbus character. If anyone has anything they want to say on that clown, you could say it in the chat or come up, or it's pretty much any topic goes right now. The Vimana. So this reminds me of a blimp and a submarine at the same time. Huh. Those wheels? Huh. This thing flew in the air with one propeller in the front like this. Maybe they had helium in there. I've seen something about football. Now, these football kickers are kicking 63 yards because they're putting helium in footballs. Who knows? But I seen a video where the guy kicked a helium ball compared to a regular football, and it did go crazy further. I've always been interested in these domes and how they would work with the old technology. And it does make sense why they would destroy. And they kept a few because, you know, maybe they knew old technology couldn't be like, maybe they already knew what an EMP was. You know, I just think all the technology we see now, they already had. And I don't think old technology is affected by EMPs. Just like an old, I think they said from 89 and earlier, those cars, you could turn them right over. But if you got a car from, I could be wrong, 89 and up, it's probably a little more. I think it is 89. Maybe 91, somewhere around there. They won't turn over. And maybe this old technology, I think some of these old capitals still use it. It's my opinion. I'm not sure. Because someone made a good point one time about churches. And I could remember growing up in the 90s, like 93. The light would go out in the city, but the churches would still have lights. Now, did they have a generator? Maybe. But either way, those buggers are still lit, and we had no lights. So, oh, my bad, boy. I didn't hear you come up. Oh,
that's okay, dude.
all right.
You know, thanks for letting me on. You know,
How you doing, boy?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hold on one sec. I gotta grab a spoon for my coffee.
Yeah. So all I can say about these about these, how do you say, suggestions. I mean, free energy and the energy lighting dome device. If everybody, or if some people know how it works, I mean, is it? I mean, I'm totally on board with it being, with it having the ability or the structure of a technical
Oh shit.
device. I'm totally on board with that. But how is it that nobody is able to show it? Could be such a thing, just as simple as censorship, right? It could be so simple. It could be just that simple.
Oh shit. God damn it. Alright, my bad. Trying to stir my coffee.
Did it start already?
What?
The coffee.
Oh, no, I bought one from the store.
Okay.
I didn't. I just put the coffee in and the milk and sugar. I didn't even stir it. I just
Uh-huh.
I threw it on the carrier and paid and left.
Nice.
There's so many people that get coffee.
It's so crazy of me to, for me to think that I want a coffee and then I would order it. It's like so alien to me, but it's very American.
Yeah, they have. I go to a gas station where I just make my own coffee
Hmm.
because half the time they don't even get it right. It's like Dunkin' Donuts and all that. That's the thing with America is everything's like done for people instead of doing it yourself. It's designed that way.
I think so. I think so. So you're looking into Vimanas today, right?
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
some of these designs, the Shakuna, Vimana. I've seen this one. I can't. I don't know. Rukma.
Rukma Vimana. Yeah, it looks like the bell, right? Like the Nazis.
Yeah.
Hmm. Die Glocke, die Glocke, the bell.
This one looks like a fish or a bird.
Hmm. Looks like a plant too. It looks like a factory. Actually,
Yeah. You think these were real?
They look like theories, to be honest. But then again, that doesn't exclude the factor that they could be, that they actually are real or have been produced. So I don't think. But to me, they look uh, like like sketches that what's his name, Michelangelo could have made, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I see. Like Michelangelo made a sketch of a helicopter, you know, but he called it a screw, right? The screw plane, the screw flyer. But you know, for it to be effective, it need not be a screw. It can actually have just flapping wings that will actually perform the concept of a screw, but differently. It doesn't need to be a screw, right? So therefore, these things may be right in their conception, but not so much in their sketch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They could change things too.
Yeah,
As trial and error.
yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, this might be how they started out, and I think they've become to be something different. If like the chopper, like the helicopter, that was actually already conceived of, conceptualized by Michelangelo, right? And but it actually worked if you build it differently. But his first sketch was the root, the conceptual thinking of the conceptual concept of an actual chopper, of an actual helicopter. So therefore, he was not wrong. He was not wrong. It just needed some, how do you say, refinement, right? So, and that's the way I look at these things too. Like, I do not necessarily believe that they were able to build it, or that they did function in the way that it's portrayed. But I think it's a first step towards. And I mean, stating that, I actually think that they managed to perform that, in a different way. But this is just what they show us.
It
That's my
says they are mythological flying palaces.
hmm
Now, we could debate, well, not you and me, but on the topic, they have those giant airplanes that you could fit. They're so big, they're as big as football fields. So
Yeah.
why couldn't they have created a flying palace? I mean,
Yeah.
these people, they say the people in India were way ahead with technology. They were, I found pictures in the 40s of them uh, having bionic humans with, uh, mechanical this and that. How true it is, I don't know, but it's a possibility.
hmm
See this picture. Oh, I don't know you zoom in. Download it.
A flying palace. Yeah.
Let's see. Topic.
I would certainly not opt out for that. I would love a flying palace. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want a flying palace?
Right. I would pull up in the castle.
Yes, please.
The push paka. Shot the however you say that. Push paka.
Pushpaka. Pushpaka. Pushpaka.
Push paka.
The Pushpaka Vimana flying in the sky.
You guys can see this, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Peace, Kimba. See, I don't like how they don't let you zoom in.
What's
I
that,
wanna-
Charles?
I want to zoom in more, but it don't let you zoom in.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, look at these creatures that are like right at the lowest level. I mean, what are they? They don't look. They seem humanoid. Yeah,
Right
those ones.
here.
Those ones. Yeah, they seem humanoid, but they have like they don't have a human face. They look like a sheep or a camel
Like
or
monkey.
a monkey.
Yeah, monkey man.
Yeah, like
Next thing.
Aruman, right? It's like the myth of Aruman. The yeah, the myth of Aruman, which was
Save
a
this.
which
So
was
I
a monkey god, right? A monkey human that was actually a deity. Aruman. They look like Aruman. I don't know what that means, dude.
maybe, excuse me, that's where they got the movie, what is it, the Planet of the Apes and all that from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, there probably was monkey man. but I don't think we evolved from monkeys. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Or those.
Well, we didn't evolve from monkeys or apes, but we might have been created by the monkey man. You know, that that might be the truth in the lie that they're telling us. Could be. I mean, we definitely, clearly, we've been alterated. Humankind has been alterated genetically, right?
There we go. This is better.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
See, they're right here too.
Hmm. They clearly look like monkey men. They have a monkey face, but human arms and a human breast. The breast doesn't seem monkey-like, doesn't seem ape-like. It looks very human. Doesn't appear to be very
Look at this
apenoid.
guy. Excuse me. Where's he putting his finger? There's a guy up here.
Yeah.
Look at his finger. Boop. What the fuck?
Poof. Well, in the phoenix, in the ass, in the cloaca of the phoenix.
Some of this art is pretty crazy. You'll see some crazy stuff.
They're killing each other, dude. Those two killing each other. One is killing the other.
I'm gonna get out of here.
By the way, this whole creation seems a bit like it's put together, like it's an, an amalgamy, like a collage.
Huh.
All the people of the world, the green people, the white people, the blue people, the yellow people.
These people are bowing to the queen, but then these people are bowing to the sky. What's going on here? Are they confused, or are they giving thanks to two people at the same time?
Mhm. It's interesting that their boats are carried by swans.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that. You're
Their
right.
boats are being carried by swans. That they don't float on water. They're
Wait,
being carried by swans.
oh shit! I
It
just
looks like
noticed that.
chickens. It looks like chickens, but I know they mean swans.
What?
They actually trying to depict a swan.
Interesting.
Mm,
Huh?
yeah.
Is this like the afterlife, and they're graciously
No,
floating in the ether?
that could be it. But then again, I've heard myths and tales of in the
Oh, what happened?
in in these tales that you show the pictures of. What's it called? Um, Bak, uh, Bakarat. Oh, let me catch the hook. Let me see. Um,
If we evolved from monkeys, we shouldn't have monkeys anymore. Yeah. Or we would see monkeys still evolving. Or we would have monkey traits.
yeah.
You know?
So in the Bhagavad Gita, the ancient scriptures of the Hindus, the Bhagavad Gita, it's called, and I know of a story of a man that was such a technician, and he created boats that would soar in the air, and the thing that would power their boats was mechanical swans, and these mechanical swans um, were so lifelike that actual swans would go next to them. Actual swans would go next to them to oh, you're such a pretty swan. So I know of this story, and this picture reminds me of that story. So there was this technical wizard in India that actually knew how to reproduce swans from nothing, and he did it. And the swans turned out to be even more lovable than the swans in real life. So I think that is what's being depicted here. I think it's that story, but I'm not sure.
Um, Marcel said they depict flying crafts in the Veda. I've read a
Yes.
little bit of the Veda, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The Veda and a lot of them books, or I don't know what people would call them, scriptures, or they're long and there's so much to. It's like the Quran. I could read the Quran, but I don't understand it because I didn't grow up in that lifestyle, so I have to have
Yeah.
someone break it down.
Yeah, there's a cultural difference there that makes you understand the words differently than if you would be there in their culture. Yeah, yeah, I totally get that.
So I tell my friends, I'd say, you guys are reading the Quran, but do you really understand it?
Hey, but so you have some Muslim friends. Hmm. So would you care to ask them if they know the shape of the Kaaba? You know, the thing that the Muslims pray to in Mecca,
Yeah,
the Kaaba,
the
the
cube.
black cube, right?
Yeah,
Um, the cube that they speak of, that's even called Kaaba, which is also very close to cube, right? Kaaba, I mean, it has the same um, consonants in it, just
Saturn.
right. And so, how is it that the thing that's called the black cube is not a cube? Can you please ask your Muslim friends if they know the dimensions of the cube, or if they know that it's a cube? Because it's not a cube. It's rectangular in shape. It's not a cube.
I asked them, it's the same where I get my coffee. The people that work there are on, I think, visas. They're
Uh-huh.
from, if I'm not mistaken, Pakistan or one of them countries out there.
Yeah.
Very humble, nice people. But they can also be rude. But anyway, the point is, I've spoken to them. I got cool with one of the younger gentlemen that worked there, and I talked to him one day about how they circle around in Mecca,
Yeah.
the Kaaba, and I told him, "Don't you know that resembles Saturn?" And then I said we could take it a step further, and I said, "You know what Polaris is? The central star." And I said, when everyone goes there and they're rotating around the Kaaba stone, it's like Polaris and other stars rotating around that. He said, yeah, he knows that. But yeah, I'll ask him about that. The
Hey, but even then, right?
Kaaba.
Yeah, even that would tell me that there's something wrong with it, and I don't know if it's a Mandela effect or just some missing information in my life. But since it's called the black cube, Charles, how is it that it's not a cube? It's rectangular in shape. How is that? Why is it?
Isn't the outer part like a black cube with the stones inside of it? Right?
No, yeah. You're right. I mean, there's a, how do you call that? A veil over it, a black veil, a black velvet veil, gold embroidered. Yeah.
But we're talking about the actual stone inside.
And yeah, but the veil is the same shape too. And but the stone inside, it's not rectangular either. It's like I don't know. It's 14 feet measured to 12'9" measured to 11'9", something like that. So it's not a cube at all. It's not even close. It's not like 11'9" and then 12 foot and then 12'1". No, 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 no. It's not like that. It's 11'9" by 14 feet and then by 10'8", something like that. It's very weird, dude. But still, it's called the cube. Please ask your Muslim friends about that. If they actually know whether it's a cube or whether it's rectangular. Because I never knew about this too much. You know, I'm not a Muslim. I never studied the Kaaba.
Me neither.
But then I looked into it. Like, dude, I saw the shape of the Kaaba from above, and I was, what? It's not. It's not even measures on all sides. I was like, what? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. And so I looked it up, and yeah, it's just rectangular. I would call this a Mandela effect, but since I said, I never studied it, so I'm not sure. But then again, that's why I want all the people that have Muslim friends to ask their Muslim friends, is the Kaaba, is that a cube? And after that, is the definition of your cube the same as the definition of my cube? It's a big one. I think it's just as big as the North Pole disappearing. The Kaaba is not a cube. The Kaaba is not a cube. So why is it called the Kaaba? So it could be the case that anything rectangular in shape is called a cube in Arabic, right? That could be the case. I don't know. What he's showing us now, Charles.
I don't know what this is, but I was in the stone we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered, why did they worship the stone? Like, what is it? I could look it up, but
because it's the house of God. It's built by Abraham in their lore, in their mythology, right?
I don't know what this is. But look at this guy right here, whatever.
Well, that's clearly the devil.
is.
There's no question about that, huh? Right?
Yeah,
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, probably can be. It looks like the tree of life, maybe. And this looks like, what's that? Not Brahma. Is it Brahma or Shiva? Shiva.
Yeah, it looks like Shiva or like the other one.
Brahma.
Brahma is close to Ibrahim and to Abraham, so I think it's Brahma. Brahman. It's called in Hindu. Brahman. Yeah. Since the stone, the Kaaba, was built by Ibrahim and his sons, Abraham and his sons, right? This must be Brahman. Must be. And he was told by the devil, the Lord of this world.
Oh, come on.
Ravana rides his Vimana. Oh.
That's it.
Shekinah.
Yeah, let's look into that cobblestone. Now I'm interested in spell with a K, right? Kaba. Yeah. Kaba. The Ka and the Ba. Oh, it's K-A-A-B-A. Okay.
It's Kaaba. I think if you say Kaaba, yeah, there you have it. Yeah.
I forgot the guy's channel. It got taken down, but he used to talk about the Ka and the Ba.
And the yeah, the Kaaba, right? I call it the Kaaba, and that actually says the Ka, the Ba, and the This belief also included the preservation of the deceased body. The Ka was essentially a person's double. If the life force and death, it was separated from the body. The reason for extensive and elaborate preparation for the body for the afterlife was to ensure the Kaaba had a home.
Huh.
The living would sometimes provide bread, beer, oxen, and fowl to feed the Ka for the afterlife. They also believed the deceased body would have to resemble the past living body as much as possible. So the Ka could recognize its body, and then the Ba would return to it each night after spending time in the sunshine. Yeah, that's pretty voodoo, pretty much voodoo stuff there. That's zombie stuff. That's zombie stuff.
There's a lot of that in Egypt too, in India. Did you ever hear of in India? Um, when the husband dies, I forgot what the practice is called. They burn the wife alive. I just learned about this a few days ago. I was like, damn.
It does ring a bell. It does ring a bell. Yeah.
Hold on, I got the guy's name. There's a British guy that went over there to run a parliament or something. I think his name was. I wrote it down. Charles Napier.
So the ritual would be burn the woman if the man dies.
Yeah,
That's pretty drastic.
but they burned. Yeah, they burned her alive. Yeah, Charles Napier. What a name, Napier. Who was he Napier then?
Napier?
No, N-A-P, Napier. Like a nap, like you're taking a nap. The Ba, another spiritual entity. So the Ka and the Ba were two entities. The Ba's another spiritual entity was seen as a human-headed bird hovering over the deceased. That reminds me of Osiris, no?
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't Isis the bird?
I'm not sure. I think Horus had a bird's head. You know, he had a falcon's head. I'm sure of that. And I know that Seth had the head of a jackal. I know that much. So the Ak, the Ak, the Ak, another spiritual entity which was the transfigured spirit that survived death and mingled with the gods. So that's the Kaaba.
Sorry
That's
about that.
yeah. So that's the A, the last letter of Kaaba. The A is a transfigured spirit that survived death and mingled with the gods on Mount Olympus.
And it says, what did I leave off? It says, yeah, the human bird hovering over the deceased or exiting the tomb in the hieroglyphs, and was the part of the soul that could travel between the worlds of living and the dead. During the age of the pyramids, it was believed only the king had a ba.
Uh-huh.
The word ba was similar to the word ram. Who's the ram? Jesus, right?
Hmm.
Was he the ram? Yeah. And was associated with strength and power. In later periods of Egypt history, it was believed every person had a ba. The ba also required food to move and survive in the afterworld. There are images from Ramses side, Ramses, yeah,
Yes.
Ramses side books of the dead that show the ba perched on the arm of the deceased or hugged to his body like a pet parrot. The small pyramid built over the tomb chapels at Deir el Medina contained a little niche near the top where the ba could perch to watch the sunrise and to observe the going on in the village where it had lived. Yeah, this is some voodoo or some witchcraft.
Right? It
And
does. It does. It has a lot of similarities with that, doesn't it? Yeah.
the Mat Karu, or the
Yeah.
Mat
That's
Karu.
that's the mat. Mat actually means. I think it means snake. Mat. I'm not sure.
Let's
It's
see.
just some. Yeah.
It should say. Um, it says the goddess of truth, justice, and balance took the form of an ostrich feather as Mat. The
Yeah.
final trial of the deceased uh, would be have his heart weighed against Mat. I thought Anubis did that, but I could be wrong. If
Yeah,
the
but it's the same. You're talking about the same process, but it just has different words and different concepts to explain the same pattern that you recognize. Right? I know what you're talking about, and you say, well, I thought it was this and that, but
it
what you're
is,
actually doing is recognizing what they're talking about. So
mm,
don't get confused by the names, or the denominations.
you're right.
Hmm.
Just like I get what you're saying. Like it's practice is the same, but
Yeah.
it's like different tribes will have that person doing the same thing. They'll name it different, but it's still the
Yeah.
same practice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the mat geru, right? The mat geru. It's actually the mat. It actually means the mate, the measure, right? It's talking about the actual measurement of your life, right? It's like the final measure, the mat. That the word mat in my language means measure, means size. You know.
Like I think, my opinion, um, these Satan worshippers, all religions to me are the same. Like they said, oh yeah, let's take Satan and give him a good look, and
Right?
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll make him a good guy, and
The judge, we call him the judge, the final judge, like the end boss. Your end boss is going to be Satan. Yeah. And you
they,
should be happy about it.
right.
Yeah.
all the religions, I think, are the same process as Satan. And people blindly follow.
Yeah.
Why did it go back to this? See? Damn it. Let me see. Can I go forward? Yeah, but I want to only go back once. So it goes back to this. Here we are. Good old Wikipedia. I don't even trust Wikipedia either, 100%. None of that. Not even Google. You know,
So
I started.
wow, there's cap. Oh, okay. There's there's that.
That's the stone. All
As
this
you can see-
information is
As you
written
can see, it's
for us.
rectangular. It's not a cube.
Yeah,
You can even see it in this picture. Wow.
it is rectangular. You're right.
Yeah, dude, it's not a cube. Why is it called a cube when it's rectangular?
I don't know. It's a stretched out cube. Like a
Yeah, yeah, it is that. I mean, it has some cubular qualities to it. It does.
You got the golden gates right here. Your golden gates. Your three pillars. The shape of a triangle. Your three Masonic pillars. What else?
I like the jade lanterns, though. I like those ones.
Yeah, these. Yeah, jade is a good stone. It's a powerful stone. A lot of energy. You know, people say, "Oh, stones are evil, man." Satan created the stones, right, or some shit. But when you really do research, all these stones were wood at one time until they had the right conditions and they were fossilized, or whatever you want to call it. What do you call that process? Probably saying it wrong. Not fossilized, but
Marcel Ploeger says that it looks a bit tacky. It does look somewhat technological. It does. Mecha sounds like a mechanical, right? It does. It does, dude. Maybe that's where the word mechanical is derived from. I don't know. The word mechanical has mecha in it, so
Kaaba. And it's crazy. The more you travel in the Middle East, you could go a city over, and theirs is switched up a little bit everywhere you
Hey,
go.
but don't you remember people referring to the black cube being on the heads of the Israeli
Jewish.
people? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. They have this, and then they said, "Oh, and here it is on every square in every main city in the world." You know, it's there in Times Square, it's there in Amsterdam, it's there in Paris. Everywhere are black cubes, and then they also would refer to the black cube in Mecca, which is not a black cube; it's a rectangular shape. Dude, come on, this doesn't make sense. Is this a Mandela effect, or has it always been like this?
Black cube
Kabbalah.
worship. What do we got?
Kabbalah cubular, right? How is it not a fucking cube when it's called the cube? How? Because why? Is anybody going to explain to me? Because they're Arabs, you know, and they just don't know what a cube is. They just call rectangular a cube too.
Yeah, it'd
Because
be
I haven't
crazy.
heard that. Come on. That doesn't
They
make
don't know
sense.
what a cube is, but they know what God is. So yeah, they know what
But-
it is.
but-
For sure.
Yeah, they don't know what a cube is, but still we're gonna call this rectangular shape a cube. Come on, it doesn't make sense.
First, I'm gonna look at these cubes you're talking about because I know what you're talking about. They put them in
You
front
know
of
what I'm talking about.
corporations, and
Mhm.
Yep. they're everywhere. And they're
Yeah.
also on the Jewish worshippers' foreheads too.
Yeah. And so in that same string of mentioning was always called the Kaaba in Mecca too. So what's up with that? It's a magic tick, Void. Well, yeah, clearly Maga, Mecca, magic. Yeah, it's there. It's there. The black cube. What?
Let's see.
It was a cube, right? Krevelov says it too. It was a cube. For her, this is super weird. I know it's weird for me too. Kabbalah, cubula. No, you need to go lower. You need to go way lower to the suggestions that YouTube Google gives you.
These are the cubes.
Yeah,
This one
exactly.
says
That's what I'm talking about.
Alamo. This one's in New York. There's more though. Let's see. They ain't gonna probably give all of them. So let me press this. See what happens. If not, I'd rather go to websites though because you can look at the whole freaking picture. Here,
but
when you
what-
press on it, it'll give it to you the whole picture.
Hey, but also what it says, the black cube and Saturn, right? Or was it
Yeah.
Saturnus? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Saturn.
Saturn. Right? So, and everybody said, "Oh, look, it's just like a black cube, just like the Kabbalah," and they would have all these pictures, like people walking around the Kaaba, right? The Kaaba, and then show the picture of Saturn, of things moving around a center that center represented a cube. It didn't represent the Kaaba because the Kaaba is not a cube, So it doesn't make sense. It still doesn't. I think this might be a new Mandela effect, but I haven't talked to any Muslims about this, so I don't know. I can't say that I'm 100% sure that it used to be a black cube with exactly the same sides exactly the same measures to the ribs of the cube. I don't know that, but I would love to hear my my Muslim friends, speak their minds on that. Yeah, Forever Love knows it. It was a cube before, right? Definitely. Yeah, but I'm not that sure about it. I'm not that sure about it. What is your opinion about it, Charles? Do you remember it? Do you recall it as a cube or?
I know when I synchronize a lot of the black cube worship or symbolism, it's everywhere. Not just in front of corporations. You got, what the GameCube is? They have the same symbol for that video game. The GameCube is the same thing. It's a square.
Yeah.
On its side, a 3D square, and even the I'll show you. Even the the console is shaped, and just the whole symbolism with the GameCube being a cube that brings you into another dimension. To me, I mean,
And so that's not a cube either, is it? It's cubular, but it's not a cube.
oh, these are older ones. Wow, but still, this one right here. Wait, can you guys see this? Hold on. Okay, yeah, cool. Peace for Forever Love 774. Who else came in? Face Plant. Not know.
I met up with Forever Love 774 the day before yesterday.
Yeah, somebody from Russia sent me a $5 PayPal the other day, and I said, "Wow, I don't even know who they are," but that was cool.
That's great.
I love Russia. Regardless, you know, the Russian people are very humble but very stern too, and that's what America has lost. And you know, people don't like Putin. Yeah, he's another piece to the one world behind the scenes, but at least he bans GMOs in this country.
He Putin plays a role that we can like, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he understands that he can't be a winning country with weak people. You know, like he's right about our country. Look, how many people are this country's fucked between drugs and being not so many people on the state's assistance. Like, so America now isn't independent like it used to be. People were entrepreneurs. People are just people need an awakening, man. They need a good.
Well, you know, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, they got us right where they want us.
No, dude, people are not going to awaken. They want to stay asleep. They will tell you that they want to stay asleep, and they don't want to wake up until the dream is over. So it's up to people like you and me to actually live this dream until they wake up. And they're not going to wake up until it's past. Would you agree with that? I mean,
yeah, a lot of people are like that. They know what's going on, but they'd rather just stay. When you tell them, you can see them wake up, and when you start telling them this stuff, it's like it scares them, and they're uncomfortable, and they just say, "Oh, I'm going back to sleep." You know?
Yeah, I've had someone actually saying to me, like, "Yeah, well, I'm going to be the ostrich sticking its head in the sand." And I looked at her like, "Really?" Yeah, I'm going to be that ostrich sticking my head in the sand when I know what's going on. So, okay, you know, you didn't teach me that way, but and look at that G, the G and the cube. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well, it's trying to like it kind of reminds me of the Saturn cube symbolism in a way, and with the whole console being, it's like how could I put it? It's like a vortex into another dimension, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it makes me think like we could already be in a simulation. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying that's factual. It's a possibility.
Even if this is a simulation, I don't care. I'm still going to hold every NPC that I encounter because it's a simulation. So probably everybody I meet is an NPC. I'm still going to hold them accountable. And, you know, even if they're an NPC, they're going to be uncomfortable. They're going to be very uncomfortable with me holding them responsible. for the things they do. I don't care whether they're an NPC or not. What are these NPCs gonna say? Ich habe das nicht gewusst. I didn't know that. I didn't. Oh, but I didn't. But you should have known. You should have known. They should have known. Ignorance is not an excuse. Never. Never.
I agree with that. I forgot Nintendo 64 was actually
What? The same.
a part.
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Yeah, I see it.
me neither. Look, GameCube 64 and Nintendo 64. It's the same, one and the same. I didn't know that either.
Wow.
I like Nintendo 64 and GameCube. I've played all the consoles, man. And
I didn't.
GameCube was like one of my cousins had GameCube, and he was so into it, and he's like, "That's better than Nintendo 64." And I don't know, people really didn't buy GameCube, and even when Xbox first came out, I had one of the first Xboxes in my other room, and now when I look at it, Xbox is like a freaking computer for sure, and
It is.
it was way better than PlayStation 1, 2, 3. I think I never played a PlayStation 5. Played a PlayStation 4 like twice. I don't know. I lost interest in video games when consoles started to cost fucking $500. I was like, damn.
Fuck
Really?
that shit.
Yeah. I'm like, what does this come with? A Go chain? Like,
Sega.
yeah, I'm gonna look at all these symbols because this does resemble a cube, right? I never really looked at that or considered that. It's pretty interesting. I want to make a collage.
It doesn't only resemble a cube. It tried very hard to resemble a cube. You know, the designers tried very hard to make an N look like a cube. You can make any letter look like a cube. You know, but as you can see, they tried very hard and they managed. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool to me, by the way. Yeah. Nothing wrong.
Let me see. GameCube symbol. Let's look at Nintendo console symbols. Because I used to go into Toys R Us when I was younger, even though I knew my mother couldn't afford anything in there. I used to just go in there and be like, at the age of 11, I was already in a mind state of, well, my mother can't buy it. My he would buy me Hot Wheels for like $1, or Matchbox cars. I had tons of them, and GI Joes here and there because they were expensive. And I was too scared to steal, right? Even though back then it was probably easy because there's no cameras, but I would just go shovel, make my own money to buy something that my mother couldn't. You know, my mother always said, if you want something, you have to make your own money. At 11, I was out there shoveling now to get my own money. I would go to like 80 houses all day long when it would snow. I didn't care. You know, more people said no than yes, but I still would make maybe 180, $200. You know, when you're 11, what do you know? You're charging people $15, you know, to do the sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the most I would charge? 25, unless it was a huge house. You know, some old people would give us something to drink. You know, even one lady would buy us grinders. I mean, we were children, but me and my friend James, I'll never forget. Every winter, all we used to tell each other, "What do you see coming out of the sky? Money signs." All the snowflakes.
No, and then Forever Love, she said that she just sent me a picture over the email that it's clearly a cube, but it's not. I mean, it's clearly not a cube in the picture you sent me. It's clearly like a no. It's not a cube. It's just rectangular. No, it is rectangular. You can do the measurements even on screen, and take in the depth and everything.
Let's see. What? I don't want the actual damn consoles. I said, wow, these people, man.
Well, look it up, Sabine. I mean, just look it up. Look at the picture that you sent me. That's not a cube. It's not a cube.
What? Of what?
Yeah,
She said?
she's talking about the Kaaba, and all she sent me was pictures that you just showed us, in which it's not a cube. I mean, if you can find any residue of it being a cube, you're gonna be my man. You're gonna be my woman. But I don't think you can find any residue of it. I'm the first one to point this out. The Kaaba is not a cube.
Stupid thing. Don't get it. Nintendo. I think computers are pretty dumb.
Oh wow, the letter the font of Nintendo changed. Wow, the font of Nintendo changed, dude. A lot. Wow. Oh, that didn't used to be like that. It didn't used to be like that.
Yeah, the one that looks like a dice, right?
Yeah, well, I see that one, but I never saw that one. But the one where it says Nintendo in the what's it called?
Red
Cartouche.
background.
In the cartouche, right? In the red pill.
Yeah.
In the pill shape. It didn't used to have that font, dude. No. It's close to it, but it's no. It used to be, the font used to be way more regulated. Yeah, more or less like the ones you're showing now. But like, yeah, no, dude, no, it's wrong. No, it's wrong. No, it's wrong.
Um.
Sega.
Anyway, let's get out of that. Yeah, this is what I wanted. What? Wait. Whoa.
Dude, the font is all off on Nintendo. Dude, no. No. That's not what it used to be. Mandela effects are off the scale, dude. Are off the scale.
I want the Game Gear, not Game Gear, Game Boy.
Yeah, now there's see there is the Nintendo font that I do
Right
recognize.
here, right? Now what the fuck? I didn't press that. That definitely wasn't in. That's crazy. You see this that came up? Can you wait? Oh no, you can't. Look. This is what came up. This picture here. I didn't press that. I clearly pressed this picture right here.
Yeah, but okay, so but they just want you to
Oh,
get
right
to
here.
the icon. That happens to me a lot lately. I didn't press a picture, and it says, "Oh, you pressed this picture." No, I'm pretty sure that I didn't press that picture. It happened to me twice or three times, so it doesn't come across as weird when this happens to you too. Huh.
Sega Genesis. Let's look at that. Sega. Welcome to
Sega.
I remember that commercial where it'd be like Sega. Man, those are the days. I think about those days all the time. I'd be like, man, I wish I could go back.
No, dude, I'm glad
For
I'm
many
here.
reasons.
I'm glad I'm here. I don't want to go back. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so are you. I mean, you wouldn't want to go back. No.
Yeah, just to hug my mother one
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah. I do understand that, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you do want to go back.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
what? Not just that, many. Uh,
Many other things too. Right. Many other reasons.
it sucks knowing that my family and friends that passed, I might never see them again. That's the worst part. Oh, they don't have a symbol? I swear Sega had a symbol. Come on. It's Game Gear. Oh, I didn't put Game Gear. I put fucking. Dude, I put
So
Sega.
that probably tells us that the internet is controlled by Nintendo.
Sega Genesis, right? Sega. There it is.
Sega. I mean, they actually instigated Sonic. Come on.
That was my favorite game, Sonic.
Yeah.
There it is. They had other games, like remember Contra? Do you know Contra had
No.
to do with the wars in South America? I forgot how, but I just heard this interview with this lady. She was talking about the Revolutionary Wars from in South America during the 70s, maybe late
Yeah,
60s,
80s.
70s, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, 70s, 80s. Yeah.
And the soldiers were called Contras or something. I said, man, don't tell me that's where they got the game Contra from, because
Yeah, they were called Contras in my country too. Yeah.
yeah,
The Contras. Yeah.
I put two and two together. I was like, no way, because I love that game Contra for Nintendo. I think it was, and Sega, if I'm not mistaken. Sega had good games. Mortal Kombat.
Sonic.
Sonic was there, and Zelda were there too.
Zelda, right? Yeah.
No, wait, was Zelda or was that Nintendo too? I don't know.
I think Zelda played on both consoles.
Let's see, Zelda.
I never played that much video games, to be honest.
Huh. Yeah, it says it. Sega Genesis sound chip. Yeah, Zelda. I mean, look at the graphics. And these graphics right here, you see over here, it reminds me of the India space landing they just had. That's about how bad the graphics were.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
I'm like,
It
how
does.
do people fall for that? Like, how do people believe any of that shit is real? I see CGI off the bat. I'm like, come on. I mean, some of it is good.
Have you ever been to India? Have you ever been to India? If you've never been to India, I will tell you, people believe all things. All things. They will believe. Yeah, because it's India. It's India. They even have Bollywood. It's even stronger than Hollywood. Imagine that.
So Zelda was there. Zelda. Sega Genesis top games. I'm just curious. I know Sonic's in there.
Sega.
Yeah, Sega was probably a little better than Nintendo to me in the beginning. Hold on, let's go to all. On the list, here we go. Sonic 92. Wow, I was 11 years old. Streets of Rage. I don't know that. Don't know that. Don't know that. Castlevania Bloodlines. I think that Sonic again. Toe Jam and Earl, man. That was my shit. Man, Toe Jam and Earl. People that played video games has to know about Toe Jam and Earl. I wish I had a Sega Genesis now.
I do remember
Toe Jam and Earl, man.
I do
He's
remember
also, yeah, I mean,
Ratchet and Clank. I do
all
remember.
the chips and tech in the consoles / PC are or were probably old tech, kept secret in the days before. I agree, Marcel. That's a strong possibility. Like I say, all these Tomb Raiders and these like the actual video game Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, or Indiana Jones, like people in that concept of life were raiding tombs or looking for stuff underground like crystals and technology. It wasn't they were looking for bones. Maybe they were. Maybe in the graves, these people buried like technology with ancestors or kings to hide it because they thought, what a better place to hide something than in the grave. Who's going to disturb a grave? Well, a savage piece of shit would.
Yeah.
That really wants something. So, and I strongly, I don't know if I want to use the word believe, but I strongly know that they set traps, not just to hide a crystal, but to hide technology.
Yeah.
Maybe technology like the Vahara, or something like Thor's hammer. Technology that would really cause havoc and destruction.
I mean,
like,
dude, if
like
you
I
think
said,
about
man, people look into the
if you think
Lichtenberg effect, how they burn into the wood. It looks like lightning strikes in the wood from the negative and positive electricity. That,
dude, if you think
thanks
about
to Divergent bringing that up.
if you would have
if you
some
look at Google Earth, you can see that all over the Earth. You can clearly see that these gods or deities had weaponry that will annihilate fucking states.
If I would have a child now, right?
Maybe that's what these people are looking for. Because
Okay,
these people at the top, they just want to destroy and destruct everything. They want to offer them.
Dude, if you and I,
like
you
they do
or
to the military, they use and abuse the soldiers, and then when it's all said and done, they just throw them away because they're replaceable, like a toy.
Dude, if you think about it, if
like
your
America,
child,
we were used to build their kingdom up, and now we're not needed because they got everything. They got all their weapons, they got all their buildings, they got all the money they need. It's not about none of money no more. Now we're useless. That's why everything's going to shit because they don't care. We were used for what they needed us for, and now we're being thrown to the fucking trash bin.
No, dude,
people don't realize that.
I call these people up and I tell them, you're wrong. You know you are wrong. And I don't care if you know
they're slowly cutting our food supply off. When you got fucking pork chops that are $13 for fucking, I think it was 12 pork chops. Chicken, $13 for, I was getting some chicken breasts. or supposedly free range chickens, right? Uh, I mean, everything is insane.
It
I
is.
try not to drink milk at all. Um, and I had bought some organic eggs, right?
Mhm.
I haven't eaten them. They're about $1.20 an egg.
What?
So I bought, I think it was 6 or 9. Either way, the point is, when I cooked them, I could taste the difference off rip. Um, it made these other eggs I was buying look. I mean, it tastes like
Chicken shit. Yeah, I think that Chuck cannot hear
hold
me.
on, voice talking too. Oh, now I'll exit out and come back.
Yeah, thank you for noticing that. No, because yeah, I tried to talk over him or to him, but thank you. You heard it, and apparently he doesn't hear me. That's okay. But I think you can hear me now, right?
Yeah. Damn.
Okay.
So that whole time I was talking over you.
No, not really. I just try to interject, and but
I couldn't hear you.
yeah, but
That's
that's
weird.
okay, dude. That's okay. It doesn't.
But I just wanted to finish with the egg thing. I could tell the difference between homegrown eggs that are free range compared to the ones they keep all bottled up and they cut their beaks off. Them type of, you know,
Hmm.
that there I don't know what's the difference and how, but yeah, I could taste the difference. Unless those eggs weren't whatever company it was, I don't remember. They tasted bad and they cooked different too.
Hey, dude. I mean, the real eggs probably have way more sulfur in them. They taste way more sulfur. You actually taste the sulfur in the eggs. When I find real eggs that ducks produce in my pond and
Yeah.
I eat them, dude, these are just like sulfur bombs, dude.
Is it good for you?
Dude, you can when you boil the egg and you open it, it's like, wow, that's a sulfur bomb. But not sulfur in a bad way, but in a good way. We need sulfur. We need sulfur.
True. That's true.
And the way that the sulfur is distributed in these eggs, in these duck eggs, it's like it's like so good that you think it's bad. It's like so much that you think, well, yeah, maybe that's a bit too much for me. So, and I also gave them to my mom, and she said that she cooked them, and she didn't like to eat them because they tasted weird. And I was like, yeah, that's actually the taste of nature, mom. That's actually what you need. She said, no, well, I don't like to eat them. I just like to eat regular eggs. So I get that. I understand. But then again,
Let's see. Where the did I buy? I'm trying to show. Why every time I put a certain store, it hit Target and all these other ones come up? I don't care about them stores. I didn't put that name.
mhm,
Computers, man, they have a learning problem. They have ADHD.
they do. I think you're right. Yeah.
Let's see, how are we shopping? I'm not shopping.
Extra crispy.
Um,
Fast food fries. Extra crispy. FFF 666. Extra crispy 666.
You ever notice that about prices? They always have it, even if it's like 44.9 for the six. It's always 666, man. Everything.
Yeah, like 9.99 or 6.99 or yeah, yeah.
You're gonna make this difficult. Search results. Here we go. No. What's going on?
Save
There
a
we go.
dollar on cold Dunkin'. Yep.
I think this is it. Nature's Promise. It might be. But yeah, here, these right here. I buy a little one like this. I think these might be the one. The country hen brown eggs. Yeah, these are.
Dude, they're a dollar a piece. Those are a dollar
Yeah.
a piece.
And they're supposed to be like free range, and you know, I don't know what's the difference of them running around and not running
I can
around.
tell you.
But
I can tell you the difference. What it makes in my country. You know, these people buy into the label. They buy into the label of grade A, biological, free range, and they just buy into the label. And if
Right.
they bought into the label, they are allowed to print free range biological chickens.
that's my first thought, boy.
It
Right.
doesn't mean that these chickens are free range or biologically produced at all. It means that the company that has how do you call this? That has an option on these words, on these combination of words, when it refers to eggs, they actually have the how do you call this?
An option.
They have no, not the option, but when it's regulated by law.
I know what you
So,
mean.
yeah, you know what I mean. So they have that, and if you want to buy into that, you're just gonna have to be part of their company, and so you're gonna have to abide by their rules. But the rules that they abide their customers with are not the rules that you and I would apply to the word biological or free range. They have a different set of rules. You know, they have, for them to call it free range, it needs to be this and this and that, right? And that doesn't that doesn't rhyme with your and mine idea of free range or biological. That's it, dude. They just buy into a brand. They just buy into a brand, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just pretty much it. And the people that sell the brand never did anything on a chicken farm. They probably don't even know how to sketch a feather. That's how bad it is.
I think that too when I buy stuff, boy. I look at the label and I'm like, because
Dude,
I
To be
I
honest,
understand.
you're better off buying anything that doesn't have a label. To be honest, you're better off buying the cheapest eggs than buying eggs that are more expensive. I can guarantee you that because the because they buy into the label, they're gonna be sellouts. Okay, they're gonna be sellouts. They we just wanna sell our eggs more expensive. That's just how it works.
He's to Little Wing, 6 was 9. She said it's legalese,
Yeah,
boy.
exactly.
Free range doesn't mean free reign.
Yeah.
Now, when I buy this stuff, I think that because I've seen with the bananas, they say, well, if you're buying, I think it's the 4. If it's numbered with the 4, it's GMOs and this and that. If it's numbered with a 9, it's organic. So, in a way, that's factual because when they have it separated some days, you see the 4s are these huge grown bananas, and then you see the numbers with 9 is the regular size bananas. This is organic. So, but then there's some days I see these big bananas with the 9, and I'm like, are these people they ran out of organic, so they're just tagging them that? Like labels really don't matter, like you're saying, boy. They could label anything to catch your eye, just like when they went into this what was the store? Damn it, it was Payless Shoes. They bought a bunch of Payless shoes. They opened the store, like Versace, and they put them in there, and people thought they were high labeled, because of the name. They were paying $500 for $20 shoes because they thought they were Versace or whatever the name was. It's all about the label, you know. That's crazy. Like you could, oh man, it's never about the quality. It's about the label. That's foolishness to me.
Hey, dude, and do you know the people that actually come up with these labels? They are the guys and the girls that come from universities, and they never worked a day in their lives, you know, in a chicken factory or in a chicken.
Right.
They never did. They don't even know what it. They just know how to sell the label. That's how they were trained. These people, they don't know nothing about an egg or any chicken whatsoever, but they know how to sell a label, and they're very successful at it. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling.
Well, I worked at Taco Bell, boy, and I knew almost the dishwashing, the drive-through, all the food you have to learn. I know how to cook them, and this I know everything except the front area where they have the registers up front. I didn't want nothing to do with that, but I had to train a fucking manager. The guy was coming in as a head manager, and I'm way at the bottom. And I'm training him, and I'm like, how? I could be a fucking manager. I know damn near everything. And that proves it right there that you can go to school, get a stupid degree, and run a business you know nothing about just because you got a stupid degree.
Yeah. And these people that come in, you know, from top down, they will always look down on people like you and me. But you know, in the meanwhile, they will look down on you, but they actually want to know what you and I know. That's why you were actually right. That's why you had to taught your. That's why you had to teach your manager. Dude, I've been in those situations so often, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it pissed me off. That's when I realized, you know, what does hard work pay off, man? It only.
Dude, the guy who actually jumped in as our manager, you know, my girlfriend looked better than his girlfriend. I actually should be the manager, and he knew it. He knew it.
Yeah.
So first thing he had to do was like fire me. And I was like, dude, yeah. Oh, such a fucking joke, dude. Yeah, it's such a fucking joke, this world. Yeah.
Yep. Everything used to be like grandfathered in. It was handed down through family, and you know, you learned everything and worked your way up from the bottom up. It didn't matter. Your father could own a business.
Yeah.
For the most part. Sometimes it wasn't like that, but for the most part, you started at the bottom and you worked your way up. It didn't matter. That's how it should be. You shouldn't have to go to school and you get a piece of paper because you took management in school. Now you could skip, you know, nothing. You don't know how to do the orders. You don't know what they sell. You don't know how to do the dishes. You don't know nothing.
They don't know.
Just because you know how to manage money, now you're going to jump over everyone.
Yeah.
You know shit about the business. It's crazy.
It's fun, though. From my position and from your position, it's fun to see these people waggle and wobble in their positions, right? Like, oh, wow, I'm going to get this guy out. He knows more than I do. I can't have that.
Yeah, and then when they get stuck, they come to you. And it's like...
Exactly.
I'm getting paid half of what you're getting paid, and I got to save your ass.
All right. And now, and that's why you are so friendly to me in this moment, but so unfriendly to me in the other moment. Dude, that doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. These people are just, you know, how can we call them? Sociopaths. Sociopathic. Clearly.
I would save them. I have, and I would tell them, whisper to them, you owe me. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would tell them, too, pay attention. You need to learn this shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of their job. Being a manager, you're supposed to know the entire business in and out.
Exactly. Yeah.
even the dishes, all the way to taking garbage out, to everything. Orders coming in, I knew how to do all the orders from the truck. Because I wanted to learn that. I wanted to
These
just know
people,
everything.
yeah, these people need to work as hard as you and I did, right? But they don't. They only work 7 hours a day. They only work 7 hours. They come in at 10 and leave at 4, okay, or leave at 3, and they think they actually own the business when they know nothing about it. All they do is come in and shout over everybody's head. Yeah, dude, you can use me like that for one day, maybe for 2 days, but the third day I will just show up in my regular clothes, and you will ask me like, why are you not you wearing your uniform?
Uh,
Well, maybe because that's the message that I want to send to you, bitch. Yeah, these people aren't people.
like I did roofing and a lot of other hands-on. Like I didn't just start roofing and jump on the roof and start shingling. I could see if someone came and got the job, but they have 6 years of shingling. Of course, they're going to go straight to the roof. But I'm pretty sure they started where I was at the bottom and worked their way up. I got up to the roof. I made it as far. I made it from the shingle guy at the bottom, cleaning up the ground and setting the ladders up and all that, to being on the roof. And the suckiest part was carrying the fucking shingles up. I was only like 150 pounds, and I'm trying to climb this ladder with one shingle pack at first because I was just too bony to carry two. Things are heavy, and the 3 stories up on the ladder, and the ladder's rocking in and out. You're like,
Wow,
oh
dude.
my god, it's gonna fall, but it don't. That's the, some of the bosses I worked with were too cheap to buy. They have this machine you hook to the ladder and it shoots the fucking shingles up. Too cheap. He'd rather break someone's back carrying them up
Right.
than rent a stupid machine for a day.
Yeah. Because they want to save $2.
Yeah.
Because they want to save $2 in a day. They're just going stupid on these $2. Because that's actually the difference, right? Between paying you or renting a machine. The difference might be $2 or $5. And they actually want to make those $2 or $5. That's how pathetic these creatures are. Yeah.
My favorite is painting and carpentry. Because those are my 2 best teachers. Like people say anyone could paint. Yeah, in a way. But when you start painting houses that are $1 million houses, different colors and stuff, you better not drip no paint on that wood floor. You better not get no marks on that $1,000 wood trim. Most people have to tape off. I don't.
Because
I don't know.
Because you know how to paint, right?
Yeah. I can carry paint over $1 million rug and not drop anything.
Right.
Like on the brush.
I know what you're saying.
Paintbrush.
I mean, I've been there, dude. I worked for $3 an hour. Okay, I
Wow.
worked in Slavia. Okay, like the name of the country is actually Slavia, all right? Slovenia and Slovakia. That's why people are called slaves, because they came from these
Wow.
countries. Okay, and so I worked for shit money. At the end of the day, they would pay me 50, and I told him, like, what about giving me 2 of those billets, right? He looked at me like, dude, I'm paying you 50 a day. That's very well paid in Slovenia.
What year was this?
I'm talking about 2015, dude. 2015.
Damn, $3 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's when you actually drop in at low grade, right? I dropped in at the rate of so even the Slav people, even the Slovenian people have slaves, right? They call them Romanian or Serbian, right? Imagine that, slaves having slaves. And so I was at that level. you know. So I've been there. I've been there. It's
My
okay.
first job, I think I was 13. Like, job as like shoveling and stuff. I really didn't call that a job. I mean, like, where I had to be in every day at a certain time. Like my summer job, where I would work for money to buy school sneakers and stuff because my mother wasn't buying Nikes, or
Mhm.
was at a dog grooming place. I think it was in 1993. And this lady would let me wash dogs. And that was a motherfucker, man. And clean the cages. Now,
For $3 an hour, $3 an hour. Right?
I was making $5. But still, it's hard work for $5.
Yes.
But I don't remember what minimum wage was then. I think it was like $5.50.
Yeah, but you did it black. You did it off the record, right?
Yeah. I was just grateful she let me work to make money, and I knew it was guaranteed every day for the summer. So, and she bought lunch. I'm still cool with the lady to this day. She lives the street over from me. It's crazy. I bumped into her one day. I was like, "Get out of here." It was cool.
And then she said, "Get into my place."
No, she's married with 2 children.
Yeah.
They're in their 20s now. I bumped into her. I actually bumped into her in 2009 or 2009.
Yeah.
Or 2008, around there. No, yeah, it was like 2008. I was about 8 months out of prison. I was fucked up. And she owns a couple properties. And she said, "Well, I have a room you could rent." And I fucking took it. And then she looked out for me, man. She's like, "You don't have to worry about rent. Just help take care of my properties, and you could rent a room. And when you get a job, then you'll pay rent."
You don't have to pay rent, and you get paid, right?
Well, no, I didn't have to pay rent, but as soon as I got a job, I had to take care of the properties. That was like my way to pay rent and
Sounds like a
stuff.
pretty good deal. Sounds like a
Yeah,
pretty good deal.
really good deal.
Yeah.
Mow the lawns, rake and
Yeah.
stack piles of wood the husband would get for the fireplace, and I didn't care. I had my own spot, and it helped me get on my feet until I got my job at DACO, which paid $14 an hour to start back in 2009. So, she helped me out then, and then I ended up moving out in like 2011. Then I didn't see her for like 8 years. I bumped into her again. But yeah, she it's a good old school Italian woman. She has her garden, growing stuff. Like the old school. She's old school.
Yeah. Like the one of the ones that actually how do you say, they process the tomatoes, into tomato sauce, at the end of the season, about this time of year.
It's so good.
Mhm.
Her homemade. She gets this like pasta that's kind of like homemade. It's not packaged from the store.
No, of course not, dude. But it's real homemade. It's actually homegrown tomatoes. Yeah.
You could taste the dough in the spaghetti.
I
like,
know,
it's
dude.
totally different.
And you can feel it too. You can feel it in your bones after you ate that. It's like, I really feel, how do you say?
Satisfied.
Restored, satisfied, invigorated, right? Like, yeah, actually,
You don't feel like all bloated and like, I just ate a bunch of. You just feel like shit. You want to lay around.
No, you feel way better. You feel restored after you ate those tomatoes.
That's what I miss, like the old school Italian or old school. It's not just Italian, even the old school Polish and German women that
Yeah.
come from Germany and Poland in the city back in the days that have gardens. Um, they grew up from a poor time. They didn't have money to go spend at a Stop and Shop or a store to buy stuff. It's like in their genes, genetic, it's passed down.
Those were the people that I met when I worked for $3 an hour, right? I actually had to work for the people that lived the lifestyle that you were just referring to, right? And so I told them, you know, do you know what I get paid for today? And he said, no. I said, only 3 ducats an hour. He said, so you don't even make 50? So you don't even make 50 ducats in today? I said, no. And at the end, this guy invited me to lunch, right, with this woman, and we ate the salad that they actually plucked from their garden. We ate it together, and he told me he gave me 50 euros. He said, dude, I mean, you do the job, you work well. Here's 50, and I don't care what this guy pays you. I'm just gonna tell him that I paid you 50 for today, dude. And it, can you imagine how cool that is? Working for somebody, and then the person that you actually work for tells you, well, you need to get paid more. So here's the money. How cool is that, dude?
Those some people like I had a boss that he passed away like a year ago or 2 years ago. His name's Richard Drezik, and he taught me like basic HVAC and how to clean boilers and the old school boilers. We had to use wire brushes. And he gives me one of the stupid masks that people were wearing for that scam schmemic, and you could get sick real bad by inhaling that shit. But anyway, the point is, one day I finished the job in 2 hours. I had to take the whole boiler apart. I had to scrub it, clean it. Man, what a fucking job that is. Old school HVAC. And then I had to light the boiler, all that, man. And clean up, I leave. Lady gives me a check. I think for 2 hours, it was like $280.
Wow.
And I'm like, word, man, I'm about to get like, you know.
You're going to go wild.
$30, right? And I'm like, you know, I did all the work. And then he started saying, man, when I was your age, my father didn't pay me shit, right?
Right.
And I told him, you know, it got me mad after he, you know, I wasn't thinking like logically, like he's doing me a favor, teaching me a trade. And I got mad and I said, but I'm not your son, right? But I wasn't thinking like, you know.
Yeah, you were still young.
Yeah, I was being an asshole.
Yeah.
And but he taught me a lot where I could make money on the side with what he taught me and make my own 2 something for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But the stories he would tell me, you know, he would work for free. His father taught him everything he knows, like handed down. He would go, and his father owned, like, damn, man, I would just go do the garbage for this guy. It would take me 3 hours. He owns so many fucking properties on the street. There's a street called Broad Street, and he owned property on Broad Street, which is a long strip, and then almost every other side street he owned a couple houses or six family apartment buildings.
Yeah.
I mean, these people owned crazy properties, and he's a millionaire.
These people are literally like the Monopoly guy.
Yeah, they came from Poland with nothing, like my grandpa or my great grandparents, and they worked their ass off to get anything. They came from nothing and worked like my grandpa. He used to tell me, I think it was like 7 or 8 brothers. he would have had two sisters, but they died when they were born. So there's 8 brothers or something like that. And I don't even know what to call them, my great uncles or I don't know. But most of them went. My mouth's so fucking dry. Hold on. I need this water.
No, they are just your uncles.
They all joined the service. And my gramp worked his ass off, whether it was Fafner's gun factory, the Navy. He said he was a cop for like, that didn't last long. He would walk the beat. And he was a prison guard. He had so many different jobs, but the longest jobs he had was at Fafner's, which was in New Britain, when New Britain was the hardware city of the world, and Colts. Because I remember he had a M16, and he had this not Smith & Wesson, obviously it was a Colt 45, that's what it was. I used to look at the book.
Yeah.
That fucker was so heavy, it was like, I don't know if it was nickel.
Dude, these old weapons were so heavy and so loud. You wouldn't dare bring them out in one of these street fights. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, if you would blast a Walter PPK from World War II, dude, that's louder than any M60 or any M16 that you ever heard of.
And
dude,
I had
that stuff is loud, dude. That stuff is louder than fireworks. Okay.
I was 10 years old, man. I couldn't even lift that with one hand. The barrel was a long barrel.
Yeah.
And I imagine that thing probably was like a shotgun because I had a 44 Smith & Wesson rubber grip.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if I want to say snub nose, but it didn't have a long barrel. It was a little, man, when you shot that thing, it sounded like a shotgun.
Dude, that's loud. I know that stuff is loud, dude. I shot it. I heard it being shot. That stuff is loud. It's not like anything that people are used to in this era. I mean,
hell no.
No, dude, that's loud. You hear it in the next town, dude. If I shoot it here,
not only is loud, the person that's screaming when they get hit is going to be loud. It's going to take their leg off.
That too. Yeah. It's like you're not gonna take a shot of a Walter PPK just for fun because whole of the region is gonna be alarmed. Like, what? We heard such a loud bang, and it came from there. You really have to have your hiding place, very near if you want to shoot that. Oh yeah, that's England. That's UK.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. No, that's not it. No.
That's this clearly resembles the place that Kevington. Who's the guy that did the banana thing in the UK?
It says his name right here. Vegasi and Wagner. I don't know. I can't read the rest. It says right here.
Covington banana. What's? I mean, we all eat these bananas, but these are not the original bananas. These are the bananas that were produced in England, and I think it's called the Kevington or the
Copenhagen or something?
No, not Copenhagen, but
didn't the real bananas have seeds in them?
Cavendish banana. We are used to Cavendish bananas, and these Cavendish bananas were produced in a place that really resembles the picture that you're showing now. Cavendish banana, the Cavendish banana.
Because I seen the video, boy, where this guy was eating a banana and it had freaking seeds in it, like big seeds. And he said, This is the real bananas.
Exactly.
I was like, what?
Yeah. And so the thing that you and I are used to as calling a banana is that's actually the Cavendish banana. And it was produced in a greenhouse similar to the picture that you showed us just now. Oh, this is very interesting too, dude.
Be what it is. Peace. See what's came in. Be what it. Mind's eye. Smoking in G sharp. Peace. Good to see you here. Smoking in G sharp has good live streams and good videos. Everyone should check her out. Everyone should check everyone out.
I will. I will.
Yeah, this picture is very interesting. It says 1922, but these are like balloons they put in the air to create electricity.
Yeah, and just for every household, right? Every
Uh,
household has. Yeah, it's clearly that every household has a balloon.
and look, they got this tower, like Tesla Tower. I just say Tesla. I'm pretty sure, like the Egyptians had a pyramid. Like they were all gaining electricity. Electricity, I personally say, is nothing new. Zeus is shooting lightning bolts out of a freaking hammer. I mean, that's a weapon. Yeah, this. I wonder how long this lasted. I got to look into this more. They're called. What does it say? It says balloons with collectors. What do they collect? What? What are they collecting? It don't say electricity. Static electricity. Oh yeah,
Yes.
each house. You're right. Yeah, each house. Look,
Yeah. Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting. And I personally think this would be collecting from the ether 24/7.
Of course. Of course. Clearly. Clearly, it
Huh.
does.
Interesting.
Hey,
Very
but look
interesting.
at the diagram in which the whole te- uh, technology of the thing is explained, right? It doesn't it show you like a coax cable, like insulation. There's a whole lot of insulation and a whole lot of protection around one center point that's actually collecting all that it needs to collect, and therefore it needs to be isolated. That's actually what it pictures, doesn't
Oh,
it?
insulator
Yeah, it's an
right here.
insulator.
This.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. They all have wires going to
yeah, dude. That's
this one
just what
though.
it does. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
Look, it's going to the wire here, and then it flows. Yeah, and it all goes to this house right here.
Mhm.
So what's this thing? Where was this? Oh, this is next to the house. See the house right there? And then this thing is the big.
So that house that would be the capacitator.
Whoever chewed this, they did a good job. I'll tell you that.
So what these balloons do, they capture minute amounts of electricity, right? Minute amounts, but constantly. And so what they do is just give it uh, to that building. What's it called? A capacitor. You know, via the isolators, they give it to the capacitor so that the clean energy that they gain from the air or the difference in height, they actually distribute or they actually distribute that to the capacitor, and the capacitor distributes to the rest of the village whoever needs something. Some people, some households might not need anything at that time, but other households will. And so that's what the capacitor is distributing, right?
That's interesting.
That's just simple. That must be how it works.
I wonder what made them can't cancel this whole concept here.
Well, lies, money, power. You know, they made it illegal in the 1910s or the 1920s to gain any kind of energy from nothing. So from the air, from thin air. Thin air is thin air is also known as ether. That's what thin air is. So to to uh, to derive something from thin air is actually means that you derive it from the ether, and that's been prohibited in the 1920s by the Rothschild Corporation. So that is the reason why they stopped doing that.
For Forever Love 774. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, this picture is interesting here. I can't read this bottom part. I got this from, I think it's supposed to be, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. Looks like that's supposed to be a cube. It kind of reminds me of that satanic symbol that the heliocentric model has,
Exactly,
the
dude.
sigil of you, Lucifer, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm seeing too. Symbology will be their takedown, the letdown, and it will be the destruction. I mean, there you have it. And I mean, you see the sigil in the lines, right? And what do you see at the end of those lines? Do you see a light bearer? Do you
Yeah.
see do you see Lucifer at the end of the sigil? Yes, you do. So I mean, how much obvious does it need to be for people to understand what's being shown here? Luciferian
The one
imagery.
eye.
It's Luciferian, yeah, imagery. Yeah, one eye, a blue. I mean, the thing that's shown in the throat is blue. It should be red. The thing that's the Adam's apple is shown as blue. This blue circle should be red. That should be red, not blue. But of course, they show it blue, right? Doesn't make any sense for it to show it off as blue. Doesn't make any sense. But it makes sense if you know what they're saying.
Right. That's like the sun. Yeah.
Symbology, dude, that will be their downfall. I mean,
Yeah.
they just can't stop it. They just can't stop. And it's not so much that they need to use the symbology. It's what it is that that is the only language that they speak.
Huh.
These people are not polyglots. These people are very, very one track minded. Right?
This is the 7 tones, I guess. No, what is that? It ain't fa sol la. How's it go? Fa sol la
Do
di
re
sun
mi
sun
fa
sun.
sol la ti.
Yeah, do re mi fa sol la ti. Yup, that is. But it says lamb, bam, ram, yam.
Right? I mean, every syllable in the note scale says ends in a vowel, right? But what they do here? They make it end in a consonant. Oh, they all end in hmm. That's no way to play music. You can't play music by saying hmm. You say music by a, I, ooh, ye, ya, ooh, you. Right? That's how you play music, not by no. You do it by A, E, I, O, U, I, he, ooh. It's so stupid. They turn everything around, and people don't even notice. People don't even notice. but I do.
because they're distracted, and maybe it's not just an excuse for them, because we find it and we look for it, so they're very capable too. But they let all the distractions just keep them boxed in, dumbed down. It's almost like they're more comfortable not knowing.
They love not knowing. The ignorance is bliss. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Uh, 7 chakras, the 7 tones, the 7 original stars. The 7, what is it? The light spectrum, it has to do with 7 too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, the 7 heavens, the 7 hells. 7 is a very common number. There's something else with 7. Fuck.
I'm gonna make you feel you reach to heaven.
7 seas. Here we go. I was thinking about this heart chakra and how it's green,
Yeah.
and it made me think of Mount Meru and the Aurora Borealis, how that's at the heart of our realm, and the heart chakra is green, and how that the Aurora Borealis lights are green. When it comes from the center, the heart of the realm. Thought that was pretty cool.
Would actually make sense for the world to have disappeared the North Pole and Greenland. Greenland actually taken in the position, the locality of the North Pole. North Pole doesn't exist anymore. Are people aware of this?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Doesn't exist anymore. Apparently, it never existed. But since it's the chakra of our realm, right? It should be green, right? Like our heart is green in this chart. But now we don't have the North Pole there, which should be white. But now we have Greenland there, which is white.
Yeah, they switched the maps around. They're hiding something. Either
That
those
is-
lands are underground,
Dude, that's so
or
weird.
under the water, or they're hiding it from us. They just took it off the maps. Oh, there's nothing there. There's nothing for you to see.
It's not on the map, so I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean Agartha? What do you mean the center of creation? Oh, well, it's not even on the map. Yeah. Trying to explain that away. It's not going to be easy. Hey, by the way, Charles, I'm bouncing. I think this was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it. And thanks for your input. And it really inspires me. So I'll see you on the next one, dude. Oh, he's gone.
No, I'm here. I had to blow my nose. I didn't want to.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for excusing us in that moment. Hey, but dude, I really enjoyed our conversation, and looking forward to the next one. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, this was a good build.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What time is it over there? It's 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6, 7 o'clock, huh?
Yes, 7. It's 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Well,
So
dinner time.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare myself some dinner.
All right, Boyd. Thanks for coming up, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, Chuck. See you on the next one. Ciao.
Peace. Anytime. Let's see what the chat is saying. Yeah, it was good. Void came up. Yeah, G Sharp. I like that video you have about the alien in Mexico. As a matter of fact, I got a picture of that crappy fake paper mache. Um, when I first seen it, because they said it was from Mexico, my first thought was a pinata. and when you had wrote that, I was like, man, we're on the same frequency on that. That was funny. I had mentioned that in one of my videos. I said it looks like a pinata that you would bring to a freaking, what do they have on birthdays or something, some celebration. This picture right here had animation in it, and when I saved it, and it don't have it now. Like some of these pictures, they have like, they had animation with it. Put it that way. This thing right here would light up, and it would go up and down, and I don't know why it didn't. Once on my phone it does it, but once I send it, it doesn't do it no more. I don't know. It's crap. Now, this was interesting. This picture that shows the chakras. Now I don't know about the 6-pointed star being the heart chakra, because I see different symbols all the time for chakras. I mean, I guess people can pick their own, but yeah. Now, I always see, this is what I was talking about, the V. Even at Verizon, like, if people know Nike, the goddess Nike, she had wings on her shoes, just like Hermes and the other ones, Hermes and Mercury. And the goddess Nike, just like Satan, or some would say Lucifer, and Jesus are one and the same, but you have the female version, which is Venus. Just like Venus is Virgo, I think, and I could be wrong on that. That's what I see through my symbolism research. I could be wrong, and I don't mind being wrong. But Verizon got the Nike swoosh, and the V, when they use it for, yeah. I thought of it this morning when I was looking at this the versus battle. It was Redman versus Method Man. In the background, they had a giant V. It is music, it's movement, sound. V is used a lot for in symbolism of like movement or music or communications. As in right here. They say V for victory, but it looks like looks like something an Air Force person would wear in the military, like a pin. And these are the wings, or I don't, kind of like a space, a jet flying. See, this heart chakra don't have the 6-pointed star. But the other picture clearly showed a 6-pointed star. Who am I? I don't know. I am I. Better dip my quill. What does that mean? Better dip my quill. Isn't a quill like a old? True, I agree with that, Marcel. Vil, V could be for the frill, or there's another word. I'm trying to think of it. A quill, I think, was the thing they used for the old ink. They would dip the quill in the. Didn't it come from a quill from the animal? They might have got that piece for the pen, the quill from a. Damn it, man! What's the hell the name of that animal that's the pointy things they call quills? A porcupine, I think, or even a feather, and they would make a quill out of it, write with ink. But anyway, yes, sharpened quill feather. Yes. I want one of those just to write old school when I do my poetry. I might share one of my new poems. I call it poetry. Other people call it rap music, but it's one and the same. I can't think of the V word I want to use. It'll come to me. I thought of it on my walk this morning. I was going to use it when I seen the symbol. Now, I don't get any of this at the bottom. 19/16, 5 quarters, 3.5, 5/3, 13/8. Like I don't know what the hell that's all about. So I would have to learn this stuff in order to understand it. Someone would have to show me literally. But what is the keyboard on the piano? What are they doing? It's like measuring, like a ruler, or you know? Is that why they put 9/8, 5 quarters, 11/8, 4/3, 3/2, 13/8 is 5/3? No, it can't be right. 7/4 or 7 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be half, no? 6, 7. I have no fucking clue what you're doing. Anyway, this was supposed to move. I remember this picture. All this lit up. But unfortunately, don't do it now. The brain. You know what the brain looks like with the spine? It looks like a sperm. Yep. The brain is the head of the sperm, and then the spine was the tail. Ooh! How do you like that? My mouth's so fucking dry. I drank 2 coffees, 2 cups of water. My mouth's still dry. That damn weed. I feel like that guy that was on the stand for what's his name? Johnny Depp's trial. When the way he was licking his mouth and shit. That's how I feel. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's what I think of this picture. Yeah, I got my rhyme right here, but most people won't understand it. I just wrote it off the top of my head. Whatever came to my mind, sometimes I do that. I said, brotherly love, Cain and Abel, utter violence, banging heads off the coffee table. unstable, toe-tagged and labeled, all from weaponry forged by Azazel, staggering, off-balance equilibrium, lurking in your gut feeling I'm that evil bacterium. You're having a bad day, I'm here to make it worse. The elites use witchcraft, but it doesn't coerce. The system is dead to me, where's the hearse? My freedom is undefeated when you're a god who needs a church. People acting tough, thinking they're all something, until I whistle and the soldiers that I summon start unloading shots sounding like marching bands drumming. You're in the crosshairs of a master in his craft. Run up, and like a magician I'm pulling guns out the dash. Press heat, AC, and glove for full access to the stash. I like that. You're in the crosshairs of a master in his craft. Run up, and like a magician I'm pulling guns out the dash. Press heat, AC, and glove for full access to the stash. I turned my back to religion and took a seat on the throne. Golden crown, diamond inscription, castle of crystal and granite stone. Tune into this frequency and set the tone. I'm a white boy, and boy, I'll fuck you up. You're just a hoe in this game. Get on the track and strut. I'm old school like Nintendo ducks. I hunt and get plucked. What? A duck down when I lick. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that ending part. I'm gonna have to change that. I said your prayers fall upon deaf ears. Living is easy when your eyes are closed. Anyway. Yeah. I turned my back to religion and took a seat on the throne. Golden crown, diamond inscription, castle of crystal and granite stone. I gotta fix this part. It said unstable, toe-tagged, and labeled, all from weaponry forged by Azazel. And for those that don't know who Azazel is, I think he was the angel that forged weaponry. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I know I attack religion a lot, but I do it to show people that you are what you make it in life. Religion isn't everything. I'm not attacking the people who, I'm attacking the religion, you know. People, like I always say, are on their own path, but I'm not going to stop speaking how I see things because people don't like it. And also, like, I know a lot of people have their problems with other people, and I just think it's fucked up. Like, say someone comes on here and they got a problem with someone else, and they're hashing it out. Now, people that don't like one person won't come to my channel. They don't like me because someone comes up my channel they don't like. Why do I have to be not liked? I have nothing to do with it. But yet, people don't like me because it's crazy, man. It's mind-blowing to me that I get hit with shrapnel. Oh, I don't like Chuck, man, because he has this person there. So I have an open platform where anyone could come. I'm trying to be different from other channels. I want to be different. I want to show people that There's people that didn't like each other that were on my live the other day, and they handled it like men and women. And I appreciate that, respect that. That was dope. I didn't say none. I'm not gonna say names, but they know who they are. But and I respect London Man for coming up here and apologizing. Oh, that was dope too. You didn't have to. Not because I really wasn't mad at that situation. I just wanted them to hash it out. But I guess some people get mad at me because I don't step in. But why? It was two grown people hashing it out. Why do I got to step in? It's not like we were face to face and they were about to kill each other. Peace, boy. One love. Now this is interesting how they did this. I don't know how they did this with the color, but I guess heat signature. Ah, okay. Okay, weapons and cosmetics. I know I was right to an extent. Um, hold on, I need some water. Ah, refreshing. Do, do, do. Now we're gonna get into some interesting pictures. Like this lady right here with this cat. This stuff intrigues me because it reminds me of some sort of tower. And my question is this some sort of technology where the fuck's wrong with the people upstairs, man? Like technology where they could receive signals in their head. Very interesting. Raziel. Wow, they had that beatboxer named Razel. I wonder if that's where they got it from. His name. Thank you, Etno. Said Chuck is fair and good. I try to be. I try to be, people say, oh, you need to be more stern and this and that. Believe me, if I feel like I'm being disrespected or someone's taking it too far, I'll say something. But to be honest, shit don't bother me like that. I don't get butthurt that easy. And I don't want to be like other channels where people say stuff that people don't like and they'll cut them off or mute them or throw them out. I don't want to be that. I'm trying to be something different where people can think the complete opposite and still have a voice. The Vril drones. Oops. Don't that remind you like the last picture? Hold on, let's see if I can go back. Oh, that was supposed to light up too, this picture. Shit, it didn't show the picture. Come on. Anyway. Oh, wait, no. Go back. There we are. The chapel tuning. It says chapel tunes to 422.25 hertz at 20 degrees Celsius. That's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Interesting. Classical tuning. Did it say Mozart? Berlin? Paris? Beethoven's A equals 422 hertz, 423, 422. Huh. The core width and length at max resonance. Well, if you flip this picture, everyone, look at this. Watch. Wrong way. Here we are. What does that look like right here? To me, that looks like a head. And then you got your crown right here. Just like the hat that lady was wearing. And you got your body right here. What do I know? So it's showing the resonance of this chapel, I guess. Angels of the Shem Ha Mephorish. Mephorish. Aries right here. Phoenix. Augurs. Elphis. Alphys. Visago. Elphis. Who the heck are these people? It's supposed to be a piano. This right here. It's very interesting. These hats that are worn. It also looks like a rook chessboard. Chess piece, a rook. Or a dunce cap a little bit. Or the cone heads from the movie. I gotta get those pictures to add to this dunce cap. I'll be what it is. Oop.
Charles.
What's good? Oh, come on. Here we go. What's good, B? B, what it is. Alright, let me see the cone head. That movie. I wonder if they're purposely plagiarizing these people with the cone heads and shit, man. Come on. I put this picture. Stop playing. What's all this, man? Did they knock you out? Be what it is? Let me see. Hold on. Just trying to save this picture from my.
I'm still up here.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought they knocked you out again. Alright, I need to save this one. Because these cone heads look just like that hat. And I wonder if they do that to put truth in plain sight or plagiarize these people. It also looks like the rook, chess. Oh no, not the rook. The shit. I forgot the name now. It's not the rook. Hold on. Come on. I forgot the name of that piece. Damn it. It's not the rook. It's the I'll find out. The bishop. That's what I meant. Yes, the bishop. Come on, bishop. Let's go. It'll take 9 years to load. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Set the bishop, cone head. What's the other thing? Bishop, cone head. And shit. Too bad I couldn't rewind this fucking video. Bishop, the cone head. It'll come to me at some point. Bishop. Oh, the dunce cap. See? I know I had to go back to the square one root. Look at the picture. Now we're talking the dunce cap. Dunce cap. Yeah, who the Whoa. care about Miriam. Who would wear this thing? Like, I would never let no teacher sit me in the corner with a dunce cap. Yeah, they need to put a dunce cap. They put one on Trump. They need to put one on all the other presidents. They deserve it more. The dunce cap diddlers. Ah, look at this one. Come on. What's wrong with people? They're trying to say the unwaxed should have a dunce cap. Yeah, okay. That's why we made it out the other side. Okay. Whoever thought that I should put a dunce cap on it. Bing. Alright. Drop this. Go back to that. That's good, Candy. That is something to look forward to. I remember I had believe it or not, I rented this room, and the freaking bathroom was bigger than my room. Talk about struggling. It was crazy how the bathroom was huge. I would have a friend over and son, they'd be like, damn, bro, I never seen a bathroom this big. It was literally huge. Look at this architecture. I mean, nobody's building stuff like this today. This was made for giants to walk through. This window that you said wind is green. Now, where do they get that from? And earth is yellow. Well, it's earth. Well, shouldn't earth be green and wind be white, and then space could be black, and yellow could be nothing. Anyway. The Phoenicians, that's what we need to look into. How long I've been going? 3 hours? Yeah, I'm probably gonna jump off like 10 minutes. Eat some lunch. And then maybe I'll go live later. I almost went live last night. It was like a 10 something. I said, eh. Interesting. Seven layers here. It's almost like the 7 levels of you. That's what this, like, this is a head right here. The perception is like dimensions of you. It's an onion layer. Wow, this reminds me of a spine. And I always wonder, like, can this generate energy like the spine? Now yellow. Oh, okay. Forget it. I thought it said something else. I was supposed to be like, what? Look at that. Oh, there we go. People wear their hair like this all over from the native tribes. And it's like right at the part of the head where it coils. Even my head, not the cowlick, I forgot what it's called, but it spins like a spindle. It's interesting, like it's a vortex into the head. And like whatever has the knowledge or the thought to extend, put a pole there, like an antenna to dial in from the ether. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Huh. That's weird. Here's the giants. The giants. Look at all these soldiers right here. Holy shit. And they're fighting in such a small area. Anyway. I'm about to close out. Poop. And, I appreciate everyone. Thank you, Voy. I know you're probably busy, be what it is, but I'm definitely about to jump off to go order some food. And, Peace, Mind's Eye, Marcel, Not Know, Candy. Let's see. Let me go back more. I forgot. Who else? Joe King. Little Wings. Little Wings. 6 was 9. Smoking G Sharp. Candy. AKA Brownie Girl 6'9". Be what it is. Forever Love 774. Wow, it's actually letting me go all the way back. Oh, RT came in here. I didn't even see him, man. Salute to RT. So Ama, Osunyemi, Kimba. Face plant. That's it. Don't let me go over what it does. Okay, cool. Let's see. I know there's a couple more. I know it. Yeah. Mesa Melt. I didn't see him come in or her. Piece of Mesa Melt. And I know there's a few more. Oh, that's it. Damn it. Yeah, there's 2 people in the beginning, but don't let me go back. If I missed anyone, it's not on purpose. So, I appreciate everyone, and I'm out of here. Maybe I'll go live later. Well, I need to eat something. Alright, Mind's Eye, I'll hit you up. Maybe you got my old number. I'll text you as soon as I get off of here. Like in 2 seconds. Alright, everyone. Peace, man. I'm out of here. I'll go live later on my backup.